Hello, everybody. It's Holly from Besotted Orchids. Thank you so much for joining me. Look at what absolute beauty is in my dining room today. I cannot believe how all of a sudden I am totally surrounded by orchids again. I think it was just this past weekend. I told my husband it was unusual. There were only like three or four in bloom. That is not the case going into this next weekend. It can change that quickly. I mean, look at this. It is just absolutely beautiful. And you're not seeing them all. There are more behind us on the other table. Let's just drop down here and share Hieroglyphica with you. Oh my goodness. What an absolute stunner. 6 spikes, 6 of them. Every single one producing blooms. There are more around here to the back. I don't know. We'll turn this around. Oh my goodness, there's so many. What a wonderful problem to have. There are more. Beautiful, beautiful. I need to clean my leaves off. And down there's another spike. So yeah, it looks like they're mealybugs, but they're not. It's some kind of, I don't know. All the leaves have it. I need to go over them all. Okay. Let me see. Oncidium pinky eye candy. There you go. Beautiful. Now in person, the color is not quite so vivid. But beautiful. Oh my goodness. I mean, wow. That is very, very pretty. Almost an animal type marking on that. Now, up here, let's come over here. I don't know how to decide. There's so many. Paragon honey butter, which, it's not the most flamboyant. It's not the most beautiful. It's not even typical colors I would gravitate to. But I absolutely love Paragon honey butter. She's just loaded. Lots of beautiful blooms coming on and another spike. So I'm really hoping we can get in around this other leaf here. See, I can see it, but I'm not sure I can translate it to you. There we go. Right back in here, another spike is forming. That should be blooming for my orchid talk in April. It's my hope. I'm already counting spikes towards that. So something not quite in bloom, but any day now. Chrysomorphum, which is a species orchid I bought from Equigenera. I mean, we're talking any day. I have never seen this bloom. First time blooming for me. I bought it last summer. So I did grow the spike on myself, and there is another spike coming out down there. Let me see if I can get my camera down there. There's another spike there that got stuck a little bit, but I think it's on the way out now. Sometimes with the oncidiums, the spikes want to get stuck, and I'm not certain why. But look at that. Oh my, look, almost reminds me of the millet that grows out in my flower beds that the birds knock out of the bird feeder. Very, very pretty. Well, we might as well come right up here. This is a Roy Tukanaga type. This is, I think it's called spider lily or lily. Let me see. Let me see. I do have a tag, believe it or not. There is a tag in here. Dendrobium spider lily. Now, I have 3 of this type of orchid in bloom at the moment. I have this one that is just dripping. All of these belong to this plant. And I think there's a few more spikes coming on. Look at that. How beautiful. Now we drop down here. We're just going to follow that vein of thought down to this one. This is another one in that family. Dendrobium Little Norman. And it is little. If you compare this one to this one, if you enjoy this type of bloom, you probably want to go with Little Norman. Let me just pop this up so you can, let me see. Let me see. I hope my hands are dirty. I have been cleaning my stove in my kitchen. There. Very, very, a little bit more purple. A lot more purple coloration compared to this one over here. But maybe as it deepens out, or sometimes they lighten up as they develop. but very, very pretty little orchid. So if you don't have a lot of space, you know, go with little Norman. Also, in the other room, I do have another Dendrobium like this, Roy Tukanaga type, that is just opening. And I just literally said, do you really need to bring another one out? It's a little cluttered out here today, which is a wonderful thing, but not so much for filming. So I will be doing a video on all three of these at the same time. They will all be in bloom at the same time, which I think is fabulous. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Hiding with my bird back here. Banfield Tower Mystic Maze. That was known as Diana Dunn until yesterday when it opened. Wrong tag. Sometimes they have a tag, but they're not the right tag. Obviously, this is not a purple Balara. But look at that. Oh, I love my spidery types. They're so pretty. Lots and lots of nice blooms coming on that. Very, very strong plant. Okay. Oh my goodness, my arms are actually getting tired from holding this. But oh, I think if I don't know, it would be very hard. It's like lining your children up and say, tell me your favorite. I don't know. Any given day it changes. Let's get real. Every given day with your children, it can change, depending on who's behaving the best. But look here. I don't know. I don't know why. It's not the most beautiful, elegant, precious bloom. But you know, she just always comes through for me. She blooms several times a year. So it's a toss-up between that one and, of course, this absolute stunner. This one has never produced more than 1 or 2 blooms at a time for me, ever. This is the best showing I've ever had on this, and I am over the moon with it. Okay, let's pan around here. Oh, there is one chicken out there currently eating. They were all here a minute ago. That one, oh my gosh, that one, let me see. You can't see because of the screen. It's going to zoom in on the screen, but it has almost like a mohawk going on with its hair on the feathers on the head. It's very, very bizarre how that's happening. Okay, here is one that we have been watching and waiting since it was a seedling. The lighting is atrocious today. We have no sun. This is just kind of a creamy white Dendrobium. Grew it from a seedling from Ritter Orchids. Really pretty. Really, really pretty. Let me see. Still not detecting a scent. I have, as of now, I have not detected a scent with this. Now, sorry if I'm jostling you around. Over here, 2 of my Phalaenopsis are getting ready to open. This one, I'm assuming, is going to be a white. I don't know. It looks like it has a little bit of color in there somewhere. Oh, dun dun. This is, boy, I'm just not thinking. I stayed up to almost 2 a.m. last night, not thinking clearly. This is Lady Ramona Harris. It's a Phaeus. And she just opened last night. Very, very pretty. And over here is a no ID dancing lady that I did get from Groovy Plants, and it is finally going to open. I've never seen it. Never ever seen this one open up. So it'll be a complete surprise. And down here is a repeat bloomer. This one, very, very pretty little Pinocchio type. That lily, oh my God, I had to be towed home the other day. My car just kept stalling constantly. No matter what, I put it in drive, it would stall. Put it in drive, it would stall. Clear down in another town from here. And so I called a tow truck and I was towed home with it. And Lily just was so insane that, wow, what is Mama doing? Why is her car up on that? Because it's an all-wheel drive, so it has to be fully loaded onto a big machine, big trailer. And she was so distraught that Mommy was coming home that way. She broke the big, beautiful container that this was in. So I'm assuming it's okay. I found it on the floor when I came through the door. She was very, very upset that Mama was coming home. Coming home that way. But she's running now. Apparently it needed a oxygen sensor or something. So yeah, here we go. My beautiful, beautiful blooms. I mean, wow. Wow. Okay, listen. I grew up on a farm, one of 7 children. Never in my life would I have thought this would have been in my future? Never. Who would have thought that? Oh my goodness, in a little tiny Amish town, here I grew up. I was not Amish, but would have never thought that I would have such absolute precision and beauty in my absolute home. I mean, this is amazing. Absolutely beautiful. Something to never, ever take for granted. These beautiful blooms that have come from the jungles, the montane cloud forest, or just some lab somewhere. Let's get real. Some of these have come out of a lab. They're doing so much tissue culture these days and hybridization. But this one, literally, this one here, the chrysomorphum, is how you would find it in nature. This is a true species. But yeah, who would have thought? Oh my goodness. I would have never thought I would have orchids around me. I mean, I always had flowers. I was a florist for a short time. I've always had flowers in my life. But wow, till I was 50 years old, it took me to discover these absolute beauties. So it is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful to have this much in your home in the winter in Ohio. If you don't live in an environment, oh, I hate to keep complaining about Ohio. My son said just today, who would ever choose to live here? It's the lake effect. It's the lake effect. We get lake effect snows, we get lake effect everything. And it is the most cloud covered state in America. It is in the United States of America. It is just insane. Absolutely insane how we never see the sun. So this is an absolute treat to have something beautiful on these. I mean, look, oh, I'm just going to pan out and show you. That is what we see day after day after day. Gray. Just total gray cloudiness out there. Oh. Okay, spring's coming. Spring is on the way. I see my daffodil bulbs starting to peek up a little too early, but they're peeping up. I'm making garden plans. If any of you are gardeners, oh my gosh, I'm making plans for a big, massive cut flower garden. Let me pan around. I'll show you this. Now, my garden is a mess right now because I have been throwing a lot of my compost material into the garden to be tilled in instead of the compost pile because the chickens do like to tear through it. Here they come. Oh my gosh. Here come the girls. They just spend all day literally making messes literally in my yard. They're going to have to be penned up pretty soon. But the garden enclosure is about 50 feet long with an 8-foot opening in the middle in case we would, I don't know, for some reason need to drive a truck in there. Who knows why. But that will have a huge archway built over that this year, the entryway. But along that whole fence on this side, I'm going to come out 3 feet and I'm going to put a cutting garden. That's my plan. There are apple trees espaliered up the sides of that garden. And then to the front of it, we will move forward with a 3-foot cutting garden. So that's my plan for this year. But anyhow, there we go. A few quick looks at my beautiful, beautiful orchids in here. I'm just, wow. I woke up and I just could not believe. And there's more. There is more in the other room. Oh, yeah. I've become the mad monster with my orchids. I'm totally delighted. I'm besotted with my orchids. My orchids and Lily. Lilibet, say hi. They're my precious heart. I do call her precious heart. Everybody hates it. She's my precious heart. Okay, so there we go. A quick look at all the beautiful blooms in my home. More to come. We will have more. And I will do a more spotlight video on this Latoria type over here because I do have 3 different sizes in bloom currently. The other one is just opening. So maybe tomorrow or the next day I'll film it. So there you go. I hope you are all having a great day. I hope you're enjoying your orchids. I hope you have some sunshine in your life today. I know some of my viewers are from Ohio, and I am sorry, but we're all getting through this together. Yeah, it's just, oh, I do hope you have some sun. I really do. If you don't have sunshine, there you go. We have a little tiny burst of sun. You guys have a great day. Please take care. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and above all, enjoy your orchids.